As you look at the front of the house, you can see there's a lot of work that has to be done here on the landscaping. And we're going to put in some shrubbery and take care of all the grass that's got to be replanted. And we're finishing up with our parking area too. And the parking area here, this is our handicap parking space. Basically, we basically finished it, but we're finishing it with Belgian blocks. And the sidewalk leads up to our handicap lift, which is going in on the side of the house here. And even here, you know, the parking area that we have, we're outlining it with these Belgian blocks, and there's another coat that's going to go down on top of this, and then a finishing coat on top of that. And we have some other parking areas down there and over here on the right. The front of the lawn of the house has been basically kept intact, although you've probably seen our sign donated by the Knights of Columbus right at the entrance, and we want the flow of traffic to come through this way and then out onto Bronson Road, just because the traffic coming up on 188 here is not always, first of all, they go very fast, but you can't always see it when you're going out the driveway here, and I don't want to have any accidents. But they're still working on the handicap lift here. It's not ready to be finished, but if you look at this whole thing has all been torn out. We had to put in new support beams here unexpectedly, but these pillars are all brand new. And if you look at the top, you'll see that the design at the top is exactly the design of the house, and it's all been duplicated. This is all restoration work, and everything you see is all brand new, but it's a total duplicate of what you see on the other elements of the house here. So again, it goes to the idea that we want to keep the integrity of the house, and for the sake of where we are as a parish, our statement is that our use of this property and this building is at the highest aesthetic level and at the most practical level as well. So we think it's a statement for the parish, but it's also our way of making sure that we stay in sync with the dynamism or the dynamic of the town. The town is very, very much into, I think, beautification, aesthetics, and so are we. And I think this particular property fits right in with the style of the people of this town. Over here we have a small cottage that was a guest house, which the Keggis called the Tiffany Cottage, and I hope to use it as a guest place for visiting priests, and also someday perhaps it might become a rectory. But you can see a lot of work has to be done out here. Look at the grass has to be replaced, and we've already done a lot of work on the lawn because so many of these trees were dead and they had dead limbs. We had to take them down. My concern always was that something would come down while people were here and someone would get hurt. I think you ought to look at the top up here just to see the design and how well that Garcian, our construction company, has put this together for us. As you go past this and you head to the back here, yes. By the way, we've replaced all the underground drains that come down, and this all was dug up. We put all brand new drains in that filter down and head down towards the drain on the highway down there, 188. It's a state drain, and storm sewer, you know. We're finishing this up. I'm not sure how what we're going to do here with the back. This was apparently an add-on sometime, but we've got 3 garages back here, another garage back there, and what is very interesting about the property is the really beautiful gardens that we have here. Over here you have a very nice mixture of different plants. Very, very beautiful. Needs to be given some attention, but there's also a statue of St. Francis of Assisi here. And in back I put a statue of the Blessed Mother up against this little stone wall, which is behind there. That was donated, by the way, by a parishioner. And it's the Blessed Mother, Our Lady of Fatima. Up here we have some of the fencing has to be fixed, but some of it was knocked down over the winter by the storms that we had. And the interesting thing is, over here on the right, outside of the flowers that we have, You can see this is still a work in progress. Here we have rubbish removal dumpster. We already filled one of these. This is the second one, and that'll be taken out shortly. And we cleaned up a lot of the lawn back here. That truck is filled with those bags that have all kinds of leaves and stuff that hasn't been taken out, but it's been here for a while. It's up in the back, and I wanted to get it all out because when we have our parish events here, like the parish picnic coming up, I don't want to have any kids running through, little kids running through and getting cut or injured or whatever it might be. So, new garage, new trees, but we have to have someone who is a specialist in flowers take care of this. Those are all blueberry bushes. I did a lot of pruning of them myself. In the back we have blackberries and raspberries, and I just pruned almost all of them the last 2 weeks, got rid of all the dead stuff myself, and hopefully they'll yield a very good crop of berries come the summer. But the one thing I want you to see is I want you to come over here and look at the asparagus patch that we have. That's not a big patch, but let me tell you, it produces a lot, so I'm happy to have it. And I raked all this out myself, personally, just to kind of try to get it ready. We put some fertilizer, special organic fertilizer on it to help them grow, but you can see I have not had too much time to kind of get out here and to kind of trim some of these things. We don't want them to go to seed, but there's still a lot of asparagus coming up, the spears, and I tell you, they're fresh and good. I really like them. So look at all the beautiful areas of the grounds here, the different trees, even some of the trees back there. Some of them still need work. You can look over here, they have to be taken down, and some dead limbs and some more dead trees. And our property goes quite a ways back. We've got 4.3 acres here, and this is a good flat area. I understand it used to be at one time a tennis court, but this is where we put up our tent for our last open house in August of last year, although we kind of got rained on, and we'll use it for our picnic coming up here too, put up our tents. So the a lot of people have gone through the little Tiffany cottage. They saw it last summer. We're not using it right now, but there's a priest coming to help in the parish while I go to Rome for my sabbatical, and he should be coming this summer, so I'd like to put him in there, start using it. And that's once we get it appointed, we have to put some furniture in there and everything, let it get going as a guest house and place for visiting priests, and maybe even a place where I can go and spend an overnight and get out of the rectory and just get away to another place. So I hope that that's something we can work out this summer. Yeah.